Hey, this is Scott Telley. Today we are talking about the much anticipated release of Freefly Systems MoVi M10. Stay tuned. So we're here today with Kevin Winkler of Shuttershock Productions in Bloomington, Indiana. And he have recently partnered with a friend, Graham Singleton, to purchase one of the new MoVi M10s, which is a pretty cool Steadicam type of rig. For those of you who are not familiar with the M10 and its release, Kevin, can you kind of fill us in on the advantage of an M10, like what it does, what makes it special?
Yeah, as you said, it's like a Steadicam. It can do a lot of the same things, except it can do a lot more. As you know, like Steadicams, you either have to rig them down low or up high. This, you have free movement to go high or low. And it's a much smaller, compact rig, so you can go to places that are, you know, tight spaces and have a lot more free movement. Also filming from vehicles. We've done a little bit of filming inside of cars, even in the passenger seat. You know, it is a little bit of space, but you can totally hold it and it looks great. And then having the dual operator set up is a huge part of it. You know, being able to control pan, tilt, also focus if you have a follow focus rig. And you know, having that full control over framing and splitting those jobs. You know, you can have it as a 3-person system or a 2-person system or a 1-person.
Yeah, explain a little bit of that. So you can carry this as 1 person only, and the camera actually changes. Let me see if I can explain that. This is really light, by the way. I have to say, what makes it so light?
Well, the whole system's carbon fiber, except for the brushless motors. Those are metal. The quality of the thing is just like amazing. Every single part of it is, you know, just top notch, down to even the type of screws they use. And we can talk about that a little bit more later. But yeah, it's all carbon fiber. The MoVi itself weighs, I'm not sure what the spec is off the top of my head, but it's very, very light.
It's not much more than the weight of the camera and the follow focus, some of the essentials you have to have on there, but other than that, it's really light. Yeah. And if you can see the camera, I mean, I'm moving this all over, but if you look at the camera, it is moving almost not at all, very little. And but what we were talking about was I could kind of steer this, and it can kind of go with how I steer.
Yeah,
but it's so smooth.
There's 2 main modes. There's Majestic mode, which is more for a single operator setup. And that's going to be, and you can demonstrate as I explain this actually. Oh, sure. So Majestic mode, as you said, when you pan, there's a pan window. So there's a certain amount of space that you turn the handles and it won't do anything. So you can kind of do this, you know, and that works as stabilization. But once you hit that window, it starts to turn. So,
so right about there's the window.
And you can adjust all of these settings. So you can adjust, like, once it hits that point, how much it buffers, how much it eases to make that a smooth turn, or the tilt as well.
The same thing. So if I go up,
the same thing. So if you go up, it's going to go up. If you go down, it's going to go down. And if you follow this on the line, a lot of this stuff's covered, and you can look at that a lot more in depth.
Now, earlier, so I'm walking around, and there was looking at the shots. Get this put up in here. Yeah. So if we if I'm walking around and I don't want to have that much control, I just kind of want to be positionally in the right place.
Yeah.
Is that where the...
That's where the 2-person setup comes in. If you're doing one of those shots that's like going around somebody or going around an object, you can stay on it in Majestic mode, and you can pull off that shot. But if you really want to dial it in and keep that person perfectly in the center, that's where remote mode you can control your pan and tilt. So obviously you can do both of them together, and you can adjust the speed of that. So your right stick's going to control your left and right and up and down. Your left stick is going to be the speed. This is default setting out of the box. Your speed of your pan, okay? And then there's a dial on the back that controls the setting of your tilt. So you can make those real slow. See, that's all the way down with the joystick and it's barely moving. Or all the way down with that, it's very slow pan. So you know, that's a dual operator setup. Then you can add one more person into the mix and make it a 3-person setup, like for a real production, and that's going to be your follow focus. And we don't have it rigged yet. I mean, the follow focus is, and we can use it, and they can stand beside the remote operator and use their screen.
Use the monitor.
But the idea is to have this hooked up to another one, and that will allow you to, you know, they'll have their own screen to pull focus, and they can have peaking set up or whatever. That way you can have this screen set up normal, and you know, have that looking all nice and neat like that. So
that's great. I know you've got. We're gonna put some links in the comment section or below the video of some different videos that are out there already posted of some great footage to kind of show some great examples of the type of versatility you get from a rig like this. This is kind of just a quick overview of the whole thing. What I'd like to do is, I think we'll post another video later that's got a little more of the details, specifics of what goes together into this rig, because this is not just bare bones, right? Yeah, no, this is not just bare bones. We've got the full system, like basically every bell and whistle you can get. So, you know, that's includes, you know, extra Movi accessories. You know, we've got, you know, 3 extra batteries for it. We've got the small HD displays, the 7.7 inch AC7 and the DP4, I might be wrong, 4.5 inch display, along with the Paralinx Aero Plus, which is very important because there's another version that doesn't allow output to multiple receivers. So, you know, with the Plus, you can go have a receiver for this, and you can have a receiver for this. You can have up to 4 receivers, which is really useful and something that, so you're able to view what the camera sees.
Yeah. So the idea with it is that it's only a little bit more than the Aero. You know, the Aero Plus is only a little bit more, and it comes with, you know, what you need to go. But later on, you can add 3 more of these transmitters, which is real nice because you can have a screen for your director out back in the tent. You can have a screen for your operator, and one going to whatever else you may need. That's so cool. For us, we run one to the switcher is what we're intending to do later, and one for the follow focus. So that was a really important detail that I found in there to get. And I think in that other video, one of the big things that we want to go through is how I've rigged this stuff to it, because there's pictures online, but I found myself going through those videos and like hitting pause, trying to see how they rigged it. It's like that one connector that they don't mention that you have to dig through the forums, and there's a million opinions on, and half of them aren't good. So you know, there's been some bugs on that. But.
Well, we're definitely going to shoot another one of these videos, and we'll go through detail, kind of all the little bits and pieces that go together to put together a rig like this. All in all, though, just for a basic MoVi M10, what are they selling for now?
The M10 is 15, I think, even. 15,000? Yeah, 1,000.
So pretty pricey, yeah.
So it's pretty pricey. You know, there is some other rigs out there that they're saying, oh, MoVi's, you know, too expensive compared to for what it is, but like those, in my opinion, are people who have not used the MoVi, who have not got the full use of it, because there's a lot of features that are in this that aren't in those other ones, like just the build quality of it, the quality of the motors. There's a big difference in them, but one of the biggest things that separate it is the software and the way that this thing interprets and translates that motion. And it's silent. I mean, it doesn't make any noise at all. Those motors are completely silent, which that's more the quality of the motor. But the software side,
just how quiet when you move it around.
Oh yeah, you expect the motors to whine or something, and a lot of those, you know, $2,000, $3,000 stabilizer systems that look kind of like the MoVi, they do have a whine to them.
You just hear them as they're correcting. It's kind of like a gyroscope. You know,
like, totally. And they don't correct in the same way. You know, there's an app for it. You know, that's more in the software side. You can control everything. There's live graphs, and we may show you a little bit of that in the other video. But like that show the output of those motors, and you can tell they've really spent the time, because that company's made all these octocopters. You know, that's what they've been doing for the last however many years they've been in existence. And like you know, gyro helicopters is like really high-end gyros, and someone was smart enough to go, hey, let's put a handle on that, and use all this research and time we've spent.
That's great.
So yeah, that's the big separation with the Movi, and I feel like it really is worth the money, and the company's support is great, and you know, it's just a good product.
So I know you're really excited about all the doors that are going to open up with having a Movi like this, and the how there's just really no limitation to the kind of shot that you can get. It can just free float anywhere you put it, and these are really cool cameras. If you would like to see some of the work that Kevin has done with Shutterstock Productions, check them out online, shuttershockproductions.com. Also, if you're interested in hiring Kevin and Graham to come to your location and shoot using the Movi, they have day rates and things that they'll be willing to work with you on. You can contact them through the Shutterstock website. And just thanks for tuning in. Check out some more of my videos. Also subscribe. We'll hope to put some more content out like this soon.